Hello and welcome along to TGP2. It's season 25 and it is the penultimate week of TGP2. It's rounds 17 and 18. Currently watching qualifying for USA and Monaco at night to follow later on. We will most likely be crowning a champion by the end of tonight, and that is set to be Kong Hoffner, absolutely untouchable so far this season. We are currently watching the onboard of Lee Hoffner, currently third with a 132.1, only 4 thousandths behind the Renault in second. So 25% races tonight, like normal 18-minute qualifying sessions. This is the first race of the night, and just like the last couple of weeks, I'm joined by the OAP, Phil Bardwell.
Hello, you young peasant.
How are you?
Knackered. How are you?
Not too bad. You were doing gay camp, is it?
Boot camp.
Okay, same thing. I know you have not been here for the whole season. You've been here towards the end of it, but Kong, they're giving us brother the toll, but Kong has been untouchable. Kong
has been king, as far as I'm concerned. King Kong definitely lives up to the name here for Kong Hoffner this season. So far, he's been outstanding.
Indeed, he does. He has been the King Hoffner. And minute 39 remaining. Still currently watching Lee Hoffner as he is coming towards the end of his lap, where Max Verstappen was brutally but fairly booted off the podium. He's got the Renault of Alcer just on an out lap ahead of him as well, so he also needs to make sure he doesn't get in the way of the mark.
Very quickly,
I think he might have just been he's caught him at the final corner. But he will stay third. Maybe the Renault of Alcer getting in the way, so we'll go with him then for the final minute, as Kong has just started his lap time as well. Paul McGuinness saying hello to Daddy Philip. I'm not sure if Phil's here at the minute. The Smoky has been given a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Marco. So still currently watching driver that's third in the championship. Sorry, I think he's fourth at the minute now. Is Alistair in that Renault, my younger sibling. Paul McGuinness, nice to see you in the chat. Car number 6 then heading down. The Smoky Jays has been disqualified. Right. So he will be starting last. With 30 seconds remaining in the session. As you can see it popping up there, Smokey is disqualified. So DRS open now on the back of the Renault, using that overtake mode as well. So trying to use everything that Renault power unit has to give. So far not invalidating it, but there are still some corners we can do that. The final corner and the penultimate corner are one of them. The qualifying session has now come to an end, but obviously if you are on a qualifying lap, you can finish it. So Alistair will be the first car to come across the line that could challenge for pole position. He's only a 10th behind at the minute. Can he put that Renault absolutely anywhere? Can he stick it on pole? He is going to finish the lap. So is he up so far? Coming across the line, doesn't improve, staying second. So now attention's turned to Kong coming around that final corner. Can he take pole? Can he improve on his pole time? He doesn't, so he doesn't improve either. Jack Hickman is also on a lap as well, but he is halfway around. Brandon Feely is closer to the finish, and we'll go with the other Renault driver. Has shown some strong pace since returning to TGP, has Brandon Feely, putting himself in the mix every now and then. But where can he put that Renault? Can he get it on to the front row and dislodge his teammate? He has got a bit of a...
Chris Johnson up to 6.
Chris Johnson has gone 6 with a 133.1, so somewhat a second off pole position. Where can Brandon Feely go in the Renault? And he stays 7th with a 133.2. Not the greatest lap time from himself there. So tensions now turn to Jack Hickey coming around that final corner. Can he dislodge the Merc of Lee Hoffner, or even get on the front row? He goes pole. Oh, Jack Hickman.
Wow,
that's a good lap time from him there. I probably should have stayed with him for that lap time. So pole position then for the Williams. Yeah,
on his helmet there, Aidan. Sorry about that.
That's all good. So I'll do what I normally do, and over to you.
So your qualifying results for TGP2 at the United States Grand Prix here in Texas. Jack Hickman, as you just saw at the end of a fantastic lap, 131.7. King Hoffner in second place. Alistair in third, Lee Hoffner in fourth, Osman Sean fifth, Chris Johnson, a good lap there at the end for sixth place, Feely seventh, Baz at eighth, Joe Sayer, a decent result for him in ninth, Tom Smith rounds out your top 10, Dexter in 11th, he'll be disappointed with that, Jacko 12th, Marco in 13th, Jordan 14th, he'll be disappointed with that as well, Michael Kenny 15th, so Tom Penguin 16th, Michael Noon, Wace, and I didn't quite catch who the last person was there.
Smokey, you got disqualified.
Thank you very much.
He got a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Marco, which we seem to see every single session with him, and then got disqualified.
That's not good.
No, but it is typical Smokey. I don't think it would be a qualifying session if he wasn't getting a penalty, or disqualified, or both.
The good thing is, around here, you can overtake. At least.
Yeah, there are plenty of overtaking spots, but you need momentum out here as well. You have the whole S section, you need to trust that the car will stick. Because you'll pick up warnings, penalties, or you'll do what you did, Phil.
My tyres were broken at the end.
That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. Should have taken it slower then.
No.
But waiting for the final drivers then too. Ready up for the start of the USA Grand Prix, the circuit of the Americas. Lights are coming on, no sound. I really hope they fix that for the new game. Jack Hickman on pole, Kong in second. Lights out, and away we go. Jordan has jumped the start as well, so not the perfect start for him indeed. It's a quick start and rail trying to go up the middle of both of them. He's got to be covered. There's also two McLarens on the left hand side. Alistair's really throwing it in. They're three wide going through turn one. Who's going to lead on the run down the hill? Alistair and Hickman side by side and just having a slot in behind the but they're still banging wheels as the Merc and the Renault. Kong doesn't need to do anything stupid at the minute. There's an Alfa Romeo round. Are we going to see? I think there was a massive crash there. I have just missed that because the camera panned away, but we'll have to stick with the front just now. I believe it was Bossman Sean and a VSC. What happened there, Phil?
I believe so. Bossman Sean was the Alfa Romeo that was spinning, and I think Joe Sayer in just wrong place at the wrong time. Unfortunately, collected. Bossman Sean's got massive damage to his front wing, as has the Ford Racing Point behind of Wace. So both of them will be coming into the pit, and so Tom Penguin, unfortunately, was a retirement, a casualty in the melee there.
Not a perfect start for them, but what a start at the front of the Grand Prix. Turn 1 on the run down to turn 2, and then I believe the Renault and the Merc banging wheels into turn 3. Those corners are difficult when you're not racing anybody, never mind banging wheels with another car. So a perfect start for Hickman and the Renault. Kong will be disappointed to be down in third, currently down at the VSC, but we should see it coming in shortly. And very easy, Phil, to pick up a penalty as we are now back under green flag.
Yeah, definitely. We're back into green flag racing now. I think some of the people who have damaged front wings were hoping for a full safety car, but back underway, and the Red Bulls have picked up the most positions, Bazza and Dexter, and looks like Bazza's trying to look at Feely there, not quite doing it, but the Red Bulls are definitely the beneficiaries of the chaos there at the opening lap.
About to go side by side as Dexter was thinking about the move on his teammate, but they are still side by side coming out that final corner. There's also Ferrari in the background and Marco getting the slipstream from Dexter, but Dexter pulling ahead of Bazza. Very close, almost Turkey 2010 like between those two. And Bazza's gone deep. It's going to allow Marco maybe to have a look, and he can't. He hasn't quite got the front end grip and the power to make it into turn 1. But turn 1 there, Phil, is you can brake late into them because obviously the uphill ascent, so it's not so bad.
Yes, definitely. You know, the uphill braking, you can trust that gravity will actually help you braking going uphill. So you can brake late, and the apex of the corner it opens up as you're heading up the hill, so you can kind of send one down the inside. But of course, there is a trade-off. You'll run wide on the exit, but it provides for great action, though.
Indeed, as we're currently watching Mike and Jacko squabble for the wooden spoon. Alfa Romeo and McLaren softs versus mediums. Mike then, no DRS enabled obviously at this time, that'll be enabled at the end of this lap, but he's got the straight line speed on that McLaren. He has the inside pull to good English. Bossman Sean was maybe trying to find a way past that McLaren, but thinking better off. Jacko's missed his braking point and picks up a rightful penalty there, but that should allow Mike through. Bossman Sean's trying to get in as well. And Mike's just lost the position now to his teammate. They're banging wheels, the Alfa Romeos, and Bossman Sean's again. Not a perfect start for him. I don't believe we won't see a VSC or safety car for that. It was only a small spin, but Kong setting the fastest lap with a 1:35 summing. Missed the end of that because Mike went and made up his own track limits, but DRS has now been enabled, and Kong here, Phil, only needs to outscore Smokey by, I believe it is 17 points. I need to double check that, I forgot to do it. And so he doesn't need to risk it at the minute.
No,
he's
he
got
doesn't
2
need
races to win the championship.
Of course, but the next race is Monaco, so why not have take a little bit more risk and do it here? So far though, so good. He's still got the leader in sight. He's within DRS range, and there's still plenty of time in this race to make amends. And as we've seen him do so many occasions, he just quietly picks his way through and takes the lead. So no rush yet.
Indeed, as you see, he's got the DRS open, but he's running quite low on that ERS, but just hasn't got the straight line speed at the minute on the Renault or the Williams to really try it into that late braking zone. Currently watching Brandon Feely now, got the inside off the Haas of Chris Johnson. Brandon Feely making good work off Chris Johnson there and moving up into P5, and of course we'll have to watch out for Dexter, someone who has had a disappointing season. Started well for him but has slowly faded away. Both Red Bulls started the season looking like a dominant force, looked like they you didn't want to mess with them, but as the season's gone on they've slowly lost the pace and they haven't been able to challenge for those race wins. Dom Smith then down in 12, not sure if he's picked up damage or not. I did see him losing some positions earlier on. He's currently behind Angel versus Death, so Dom will be looking to pass the Williams as quick as possible, and Smokey Jays has now moved into the points paying position as well, so that VSC maybe would have helped him with everyone tripping over each other in the S section. But the field it's not massively spread out, but they're not up each other's gearboxes.
No, not at the moment. I mean, the top 3 are still nose to tail, only half a second between each of them, and Chris Johnson has got Dexter all over the background, and it looks like Dexter's about to make a move. But Smokey Jays, just to remind people, is on medium tyres, so if there is no safety cars, his strategy could come into play very handily here.
Indeed, he did get very lucky there by the VSC then, coming out to win it did, and so cars weren't near the pit lane.
Absolutely, it looks like Con Hoffman maybe having a little look. No, he's not close enough. I'll go check back on Dexter and Chris Johnson, but again, he's not close enough either. So, status.
Here comes Dom though, Michael Carey. Gonna have to interrupt him there as he moves into P11, and now can he set sights on Smokey James, who is on the slower tyre, but you could argue, well, I don't even think it's an argument, he has the better pace, does Smokey. But Dom on his day can be quick. Got a podium more recently than Phil Barswell in a TGP event. So,
he won't see him there again, put it that way. But what Dom could do is he could use Smokey as... sorry about that.
Kong has come in. I thought it was Alison because I just seen Kong overtaken, but obviously the shorter thing into the pit lane. So it is the mediums, no front wing change, and a smooth stop for the Merc. But it'll be interesting to see where he comes out and how the front runners now react to this.
We'll want to come out ahead of Mike Noonan if he can.
You want to be ahead of Mike Noonan. Here comes Mike coming up the hill. I think he should be. Alison picked up a 3-second time penalty, so not good for him. Mike has missed his braking zone a bit there, so that has relieved Kong into fresh air. So really the best outcome for the Merc there, Phil.
Absolutely. Now he'll just be wanting to put the hammer down now. Don't want to quote it, but it is hammer time for Con Hoffner here. So he'll be trying to go as quick as he can, set the purple sectors, especially in sectors 2 and 3. And Jack Hickey and Alistair must react. Alistair has lost a lot of time, by the way. He's now nearly 2 seconds behind Jack Hickey, so Jack Hickey probably, I think, would be best to pit and cover off Con Hoffner here.
I think he made a mistake because he has dropped a bit far back and then did pick up a penalty, so maybe losing the rear and picking up a penalty going off that way. It's obviously not great for him, but Dexter's still behind the back of the Haas, and he's not too far off the lead here. Like, there is still a podium in question for the 2 Red Bulls and the Haas.
Absolutely, yeah. Chris Johnson's still.
Alistair's reacting, the Williams staying out. Sorry just to jump in there, but Hickey playing it risky and staying out. Alistair reacting to the Merc just to see what he can conjure up here. The Lee Hoffner has come in as well, along with Dexter. Alistair shouldn't be held by these guys, obviously his pit box is further down the pit lane. So we'll stay with him to see where he can come out in relation to the Merc. Kong Hoffner then currently coming He's on the back, he's on the straight
sure.
now, so it'll be interesting to see. It's going to be close. It'll be interesting to see where he is, passing to his teammate as well, and he has jumped them. So not perfect there for the Renault. And quite a distance, yeah, just like you said. So not perfect there, and he has got a penalty as well, so he's going to have to hope others maybe pick some up as well. But lap 6 out of 14, still no safety car, so Smokey I think will be rubbing his hands at this point.
Absolutely. Konghoffner now they'll coming up to the back of Michael Kenny, who is busy doing his own race, and he doesn't have to move out of the way of him, so Konghoffner probably he'll hope to pick up the DRS and maybe even do him in the hairpin here. We'll keep an eye on, see if he does go for the move down the inside. He does not, so he hangs on until the straight. Now Alistair could probably pick up a nice double toe here. It's quite a famous line from TGB1 a few years ago. But Konghoffner down the inside, DRS should be an easy move.
Also not picking up the DRS, so not what he would have wanted in that, so he'll have to try and clear Michael Kenny as quick as possible. Interesting to see if Jack Hickey will respond, so we'll have a look at him just to see if he dives into the pit lane. He will have the fresher tyres of these guys, and he's staying out yet. No, he's coming in this time. So choosing it late, and will have fresher tyres though, Phil, and that could make the difference.
It could do. His pace wasn't too bad. Of course, we know Konghoffner does have some pace. He generally likes to. He comes on stronger as the race goes on, but so far so good, I think, for Jack Hickey. Maybe extending this stint a bit too long. We'll have to see where he comes out. Obviously, Philly and Chris Johnson also in, as well as Bazza has joined them in the pits as well.
I also lost a lot of time trying to get past the Williams. He was maybe hoping that Jack Hickey and Konghoffner actually going to have to jump to that quickly. He's found it. He stays ahead of Kong, but the gap's come down. Alistair has found his way past Michael Kenny. Not quite sure Michael Kenny would approve of that move, being overtaken by a younger sibling of mine. How times, how years do pass. He used to be overtaken by me, and I've been overtaken by my little brother. But it'll be interesting to see how Lee can find his way past the Williams as well. I'll also be hoping that Michael Kenny does what he did to him, but he's ran wide, and that makes easy work for the Merc, so not perfect there from Michael Kenny, dropping down to P7 yet to make a pit stop in this race. But Kong and Jack Hickey now, he is within DRS. Can he find his way past that Williams? We get it back in English today, like everything's just stuttering.
You're Scottish, it happens.
Yeah, we don't speak properly. So Konghoffner then, not having the straight line speed at the minute on Jack Hickey, but these guys yet to pick up any sort. I don't believe they even have any warnings. I haven't seen these guys go off the circuit, so these guys in a good position at the minute. Smokey J's on the mediums. If he doesn't pit this lap, Phil, when would you say to pit? And he doesn't.
Yeah, he'll probably get the most out of them. He'll pit in at the end of this lap now, I would say. You need as many laps as you can on the softs. They're not too bad, but I think 8 laps, as I found out last night, was pushing it.
So 8 laps pushing it then on the mediums. Sorry, 8 laps on the mediums, so not wanting to do too many on the softs, but you don't want to leave it too late because you still need to find time to gain all the time back that you've lost on the slower tire.
You do, yes. So that's why I'm thinking to make the most of it. He's probably got to pit in this lap, and also picked up another penalty there. Konghoffner's still all over the back of Jack Hickey, less than 3 tenths. He's almost pushing the Williams' gearbox up that hill there.
Indeed he was. Car number 43 still behind the Williams. So Alistair really not in an P3 as it stands, unless other people start to pick up penalties or collisions. The safety car would really do his racing now. You see it with Jovial Manatee in TGB1, but here comes Konghoffner. Can he find his way past? That one's looking to the outside, and he's going to try the switch back. Hasn't quite got the grip on those mediums to make the move, but still very clean from these two. He doesn't need to rush it. He is a net P2. Jack Hickey's missing his apex. A very tricky double left-hander, that one. Jack Hickey just seems to have the confidence coming out of it. He's pulling away on the X. I believe we should see Smokey in this lap, and indeed he is. So he's coming in at the end of lap 8 along with Marco. He's going to have very fresh mediums. So Jack Hickman will no longer catch traffic. But can he defend from Konghoffner? It'll be interesting to see where Smokey comes out in all of this, especially on the fresh tyres.
Maiko's round, sorry, cutting there. Maiko's just lost it coming out of the penultimate corner there. He should probably pit. He's got damage on the front wing. He's going absolutely nowhere, and indeed, I think he is pitting. Yes, he is.
He's picked up a few track limits interpretation warnings and penalties. So lap 9 out of 14 then of the USA TGP2 Grand Prix. Colin Hoffner then still behind Jack Hickman, and can he find his way past? Definitely, he's not rushing the move at the minute. Does have a lot more battery than Jack Hickman. Also not really making the inroads on these guys either. He will have to watch his minutes for Lee Hoffner. But again, opening the DRS yet again, and again I think he is just now a bit too far back. Indeed he is, not trying any moves there. So Kong needs to outscore Smokey by 14 points.
Smokey is up to 8. He did jump Bazza on his strategies, but he's got in 6 seconds to catch up to the second Red Bull of Dexter, so he's got his work cut out just to get up to the next place. He's on the quicker tyre though, so he's got all the tools to go and attempt that, but he's got a lot of work to do to make up the next few places if he's going to keep the title challenge alive.
Indeed he does. He's going to have to get the foot down and find some time. Lap 10 has now started. See Mike Noon all the way down in last. Not the race he would have won so far. But just like earlier on, the field is not... They're not massively spread out, but again, they're not up each other's gearboxes.
No, not quite. I've said that you got the front two who are pulling away. You got Alistair in third, like a group of 3 effectively, with Alistair, Lee Hoffman, Feely kind of close by. Chris Johnson, Dexter kind of on their own. Smokey J's.
Lee Hoffman's actually picked up a penalty there, so that could change the face of the battle between these guys. But I believe it is only 3. Way slowly catching Dom Smith as well.
Indeed, I'm just looking back. Dom Smith is under pressure for 11th place. He went in hard tyres. Interesting choice there. He's probably concerned about tyre wear. Waste is all over the back of him though, but they are unfortunately 10 seconds behind Marco for a point, so they need some shenanigans.
Assistance. Yeah.
Yes.
And I wouldn't put it too far out of the question either.
The only closest battle is the front two of Jackie
and third and fourth as well. Lee Hoffman really got the foot down now to really try and get past the other Renault. Strict corner around here, Phil. There are corners which will, even if you don't go off the circuit entirely, they will give you a penalty.
Yeah, it can be a bit of a cruel mistress, this place. Marco's just picked up a penalty.
There we go then. Lee Hoffner displacing the Renault off the podium. Yes. So not good there for Alistair, but I think he's going to try and come back to him on the run down the hill. Just hasn't got the run that he needed. But he is up behind the mark now, so maybe he can put Lee Hoffner under a bit of pressure. Oh, but a contact! Lee is going to be round. He's going to watch out for other cars now. Not quite sure what happened between them. I think it was the poor F1 contact system. He just taps someone's rear and they just randomly go round. Waste has found his way past Dom Smith as well into turn 1. But Dom has the run down the hill. But, too wide of a line there. Just cut off all of his speed. Mike Noon sets the fastest lap off the Grand Prix. But I'm not quite sure what happened between Alistair and Lee Hoffman.
No, I didn't quite catch that, but they've gotten further adrift off the front two. Colin Hoffner still not making any impressions. I wonder if he's just saving it all for the last lap. But of course, his tyres 2 laps older. As it stands,
I believe he would win the World Championship.
True, but Smokey J's in that time, that lap and a half, 2 laps, is now within 2 seconds of Dexter. So he has put the hammer down, and he's got Dexter in his sights, and Chris Johnson isn't too far ahead, so there's potentially 2 places here for Smokey J's.
It could be indeed. It could well be indeed. Currently watching Feely then. Can he find his way past the mark? Alistair really needs these 2 to start fighting, so maybe he can try and pull away and just secure that podium, or a higher finish than what he's getting as it stands. Just lacked a bit of pace this season, hasn't quite been on his toes like he was last season. Too many mistakes and poor qualifyings, making his races difficult for him. But Brandon Feely has come into Renault, replacing Luna Pop, and has, I wouldn't say outshone his teammate, but it's definitely showing signs that he is a quick driver.
It's been a solid team. They've both kind of been about each other's pace. I think Alistair has had probably
penalty, unfortunately.
Yeah, Alistair probably has had a slight edge on Feely, but solid partnership.
It is indeed. Feely coming in halfway through the season, replacing Luna Pop. I believe Feely beat Luna Pop's best qualifying performance in his first week back in TGP, so showing that he was the right choice to put in that Renault. Car number 15. And yeah, he really needs to start fighting with the Merc if Alistair wants to have any chance of securing a podium. But Kong is now still within 5 tenths, let's say within 3 tenths, but it's just jumped back up. You see the dirty air affecting the Merc there as he goes through the long swooping right-hander. He has turned his ERS back on, has Kong, so maybe starting now to get the hammer down. He's made a bit of a mistake going into the final corner, so that's really going to cancel out any move into turn 1. Chris Johnson's also picked up a penalty as well, so nothing for him. Smokey is now on the back of the Red Bull and should make easy work of this. But we know what Smokey's like, though.
Yes, we do. Here he comes then, down the inside, going into turn 1. There's plenty of room here, and he has made it stick, and he's stuck to the apex. So nice move there by Smokey Chase. Now chasing his teammate Chris Johnson with just under 2 laps to go here. He should, I think, be able to do this. So he could be a potential 6th place here for Smokey.
Does that keep it alive?
I think it does, yes.
He has unfortunately picked up a penalty which could halt his run, so a P6 as things stand would keep the championship alive, but if Kong finds his way past Jack, that's it. That is difficult. But will Chris Johnson make it easy for his teammate? Lee Hoffner is gaining on the back of the Renault now, though. Can he overtake the Renault on circuit? Going down the inside, also thought about going defensive. Good move from the Merc. Also trying the switch back and thinking better of it. Just hasn't quite got the grip or the race pace this season. Yellow flag into sector 1 and 2. I believe we have a racing point round of waste. It is indeed.
That's a second spin.
He's picked up a penalty for that.
I didn't see that.
Wow. Nice game. Anyway, Brandon Feely then on the back of
Did he do a Max Verstappen?
Renault teammate. No, he just hit run off and the game was a penalty.
Yeah, I'll do that.
The final lap of this Grand Prix then can also find his way back past Lee Hoffner. A few drivers in the mid would have penalties, so that will maybe make it a bit better for him, but not the race that he would have wanted.
Smokey on Chris Johnson.
Smokey on Chris Johnson and finding his way past his teammate. This will keep the championship alive. Smokey then into P6, so as things stand, Kong will not be the driver's champion of TGP2, but he has got half a lap to get past the Williams and secure it going into Monaco. He's got to give it absolutely everything if he wants to finish it now. Yellow flag into sector 1, not quite sure it is. Ferrari stopped.
I think. No, it's not, yeah.
Ferrari? Yeah, I think it is a Ferrari.
Oh, Marco's lost his front wing on the last lap, and that's given Jordan an unlikely point.
That has given Jordan a point, but Kong is getting again now on Jack. This could be the championship. Will he go for it? Thinking, he thought about it, but thinks better of it. Maybe just trying to scare Jack Hickman into making a wee mistake there. I believe we have Alistair on Lee as well. These two going side by side. Alistair having to go off the circuit. It's going to compromise Lee's run now. He's trying a little switch back. He's not giving this up, even though he has the penalty. He's only got the inside now. Lee Hoffner thinking better off it. He's thinking more of an exit, and Lee has not got that exit, and Alistair's not got it either.
Alistair.
Caught Jack and Hickey though.
Hoffner's going to have a look here. Oh, I thought he was. There was a bit of lag. Massive lag.
Jack Hickman is a bit laggy. Mike's being disqualified. Whoa!
Jack Hickman's out of fuel, but he just crossed the line.
Does. So Kong is going to have to wait for the Drivers' Championship. Lee will come home in third. Alistair fourth on the road, but he is going to drop down, I believe. Smokey goes fourth, so definitely keeping it on. Alistair down to seventh in the end of all of that. So not the race that the Renault wanted, but Smokey has made this work and keeping the championship on.
Absolutely. So Great drive then by Smokey. He's probably dragged the most out of that. So Jordan now crossing the line for 10th place. He's crossed the line, it's okay.
Maybe it was Kong that was lagging and not Jack Hickman then. The McLaren.
It might have been.
Dom's run out of fuel, I think. Or he has damage.
Bossman Sean spins it across like absolute carnage. Bossman Sean with his third spin of the day. As he crosses the line, Michael Kenny out of fuel.
Joe joins him.
Joe Sayer joins Bossman Sean in the Carnage crew. Dom Smith about to join them. He points to Carnage there. And that is it for TGP2 in America here.
The championship rolls on to Monaco. I have the thing from Dom Smith. There is the podium then for the USA Grand Prix. Williams
Great
on
drive
top.
by Jack Hickman, by the way. That was like absolutely flawless.
Absolutely controlled it. No mistakes. Fantastic drive from him. So Kong needs to be 70. Oh no, that's from USA. Never mind. Well, the championship rolls on. I'm not very good at maths. Well, I'm not on the spot anyway.
Well, whilst you're doing that, I'll go through the results. So here are your results for the TGP2 United States Grand Prix. Jack Hickman, fantastic race. Controlled it from start to finish. Brilliant result from him. Cole Hoffner in second and a solid drive. Lee Hoffner in third. Smokey J from the back up to fourth place. He'll probably be disappointed about the qualifying. Feely fifth, Dexter sixth, Alistair in seventh, Chris Johnson. And a solid drive by him in eighth. Baz in ninth. Jordan 10th. Despite a jump start, he still managed to scramble the point out of that. So good effort by Jordan. Bossman Sean 11th. We had 3 spins in that. Mike Kenny 12th. Marco 13th, losing his front wing on the last lap. Should say 14th. Don Smith, the last finisher, I believe. Yes, and 15th. Jack Otway, Sir Tom Penguin, and Mike Noon all did not finish.
So, not the most exciting Grand Prix, but it wasn't the most boring.
Well, he had Colin Hoffner all over the back of Jack Hickman for most of the race. Alistair, Lee Hoffner, and Feely had a bit of entertainment. And Smokey coming through the field, it was you can't win them all, but that was all right.
No, you cannot win them all, indeed. Oh, the title is over. Sorry, so Kong is champion.
He is champion. Ah, right, King Kong.
Smokey had to outscore by 14 points, not stay within 14 points. That's on me. So Kong is the TGP2 Drivers' Champion with 3 rounds to go. So now it's just for pride. And it's the streets of Monaco. And Mike's the host, so it could be in the night or it could not be. Hopefully it's in the night though, because apparently the spectator cam looks nice in the night. I have bad memories of this track.
Well, now's the time. If you are watching, get involved.
Yeah, say hello. I know Phil was not Phil. I know Paul was in the chat for a bit. Hi, Paul.
Hello, Paul.
He said hello, Daddy Philip, when you went for a drink.
Are we sure
and
that's
Mike
Paul, not
Carter has said Vettel to McLaren.
We're not talking about F1. And
I kind of
Vettel's
hope not, because I want Danny Rick in the car now. If Sainz goes, I want Danny Rick.
We're going to have Vettel retiring, or swinging a fast one and going to Merck.
See, this is where Ragunathan could come into play.
Thank God he's not on the next year's game. You would have had him in F1.
Well, he is, because last year's F2 is on the game.
Oh, was
and
it?
Yes, I did think that when they said that F2 people could go, I was like, why couldn't they have had it on the last game, so I could have been Merck and had fucking Ragunathan in my car. It's just needed. Like, he's a good driver and he gets far too much stick.
Right.
Jordan has said, why was I ghost for the entire race? Maybe because you jumped the start, I think.
Good question. Well, yes, but he shouldn't be ghost. I did wonder that.
Yeah, because I tried not to spectate it. Yeah, maybe because you jumped. Maybe it was just a glitch from when you jumped the start, I think.
Ladies did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton
Sorry, I got a bit excited there.
That was the most random thing ever.
Any more news in the chat? Just let people know, I've uploaded his fourth video of today about the F1 2020 game.
See, I discovered a new F1 YouTuber today that I didn't know existed, and he's actually quite good. His name's Eye Contrast. I didn't know who this guy was, and he came up in my recommended one. So I was like, oh, I've never seen him before. Let's watch his videos, and they were actually alright.
Do you fancy him?
Yes. What?
Knew it.
No, he actually seems like
ladies
one of
and
those
gentlemen
YouTubers
of the TGP2 worlds, Aiden has just come out to you. Let's all congratulate him. Put rainbows in the chat.
Now that I've come out, I think hopefully Jovial Manatee will join me in that. He keeps denying that he is, but.
And if Roy is watching, welcome to Strand.
Oh yeah, that is the name of the party, right? That is the name of the party. Welcome to Strand. See, when I seen it, I was kind of hoping that it would just say fail to join. I am tempted, if you want, Phil, to play Monopoly again tonight.
No.
What? The same time, so not like 2 in the morning.
You were useless. You wouldn't give me the pinks.
Aye, because you wouldn't give me the other card I needed.
You could have easily said browns, or you could have had an innuendo there. You've ruined it.
Oh, it's night time. Well done, mate.
It is night time. And it's dry, unlike our TGP1 qualifying. Remember, Andy, you must qualify in the wet as well as the dry.
I will find out if it's going to stay dry, actually. Hang on.
Whilst he does that, I watched the Mercs coming out in beautiful synchronicity there. The King Hoffner, I said King. King Hoffner, I'm going to call him King. King Hoffner, the champion, and Lee Hoffner will be the first 2 cars out on track, and why not? Beautiful synchronicity there from the Mercs, like in real F1. The drivers heading out onto track around Monaco, maybe the trickiest circuit on the calendar, but one I enjoy.
I have I nipped down to Renault. The race, Phil Bargeville.
Yes.
Full wet.
Are you joking?
Yes, it's dry.
You're a terrible liar.
I spoke to Cyril while I was down there actually, and he's
Did you get his autograph?
he told me that Ricardo was on his way at McLaren, so it's fine.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen.
Norris is going to Ferrari, Sainz is staying.
Oh, I heard Russell is going to Mercedes, Lewis Hamilton is retiring. And,
I think Manor should just come back.
Valentino Rossi is going to Ferrari.
Well, at least if he crashes, he won't need a doctor because he is one.
Way! Right, so the 2 Mercs will be the first 2 cars to start off. Bossman Sean was trying to interrupt them, but he's now backing off there, so got to start laps. Fine, doesn't mean a whole lot unless the weather changes. Any more updates in the chat?
I shall have a look. Joys of having your phone right next to you, you can just dance between the apps. No, not yet. I've not actually put the links in the chat. I only sent it to Dom so Dom can tweet it out, but I don't know if Dom's actually tweeted it out.
Alright.
I will stick it in the chat just to make sure. Oh, it's clipboard. Oh, Ferrari stopped at the tunnel. Marco's out.
Oh no, that is... One thing you want to do in Monaco is set a lap.
Yes, you need to do a lap here. That is something you do need to do. Oh, he's lost a bit of wing.
And even if you have a bad qualifying, i.e. me and Johners, do not give up. I started 17th, finished 6th. So it is still possible to have a good result. Kong Hoffner has gone quicker with a 1 minute 10.4.
He has. Lee did pick up damage on that. Bossman Sean has now crossed the line. The Renault Valster on a lap as well. He's not a big fan of this circuit. I don't think many people are. Jacko has retired as well. He's lost it at the Nouvelle Chicane. Oh, and he's clouted a wall there. That has ripped the front left off.
Oh dear.
That is.
Chris
not
Johnson
great
has
at all.
gone on at the last corner there. He's reversed it. He found reverse. He's now about to start his lap. Not the best start to the lap, Chris, but he's underway now. Just take it steady, do a lap, come back in, and go again.
He is also coming up to the line now on the medium compound and goes 6th with a 112.7. This is the end of his lap, so not quite sure if he had a good run or not. Brandon Feely on an outlap. Sir Tom Penguin has invalidated it and coming in. Jack Hickey on an outlap as well. Michael Kenny is on a lap. We'll go with Baza then. He's invalidated, so we won't go with Baza. We'll go with Jordan for the end of the lap on the hard compound of tyre.
So Joe Sayer jumped up to 4th there.
He has indeed a 112.2. Look at that for him.
So, whilst we've got this little lull to proceedings, as John just comes across the line there, Aidan, I'm going to talk to you about the next season.
Yo.
I'm just going to basically grab some headlines. What team would you like to be on the next game?
See, this is the problem I have, because it's a new game, so obviously new cars, and obviously I still need to change my camera settings and stuff like that. I never go McLaren, which is weird because I'm a McLaren fan. I love that team. But I always do them in career mode, so I'm always exhausted by the time TGB starts. The Renault's a shout. Again, I wouldn't mind jumping back in that.
Okay.
Everyone's going to want the Alpha Tauri, so I don't really want that.
I think so as well.
Yeah,
yes.
So I think the Renault, the McLaren, and the Red Bull. I like the skinny nose on the Red Bull.
Okay. Now, Red Bull's probably one of my cars that always a Red Bull, you know.
Well, I mean, I could promote you. I mean, I could stay in the big seat and I could just promote you.
I mean,
as long as you don't pure gasly it. You can Albon it, but don't pure gasly it.
No. I don't
because I've done that with
the...
Jack and he's Raguna thing in it.
I don't want to take the number 1 spot off you.
Good. I'm enjoying being the number 1. It's not often I am the number 1 and I'm enjoying it at the minute. I think I've been number 1 actually every car I've been in, apart from when I'm teammates with Softy. Because the problem I have is I don't want to toot my own horn. I don't know if you can class it as achievement or not. I'm the 3rd fastest driver on the grid, but I'm never quick enough to challenge the quick guys, but I'm never slow enough to actually drop into the midfield.
And you can't see your own teammate parked on the inside of a corner.
Well, I mean, I had a car in front of me and he was stopped. So, I mean, that's on him. Like, there is a runoff. Use it.
It provided a quality moment if you missed TGV1 last night, guys. It was beautiful.
Season review will be coming out on this channel soon, though.
Oh.
Season review.
Can't wait for that one. Will that be in the season review?
It will be.
Perfect.
It could be, yes. Because I'm currently 2 weeks behind now on my highlights. I've not even uploaded Austria yet. So I'm tempted to just not to upload the rest and then just do the season review and just put obviously that clips in the season review later on. So, yeah, get that, subscribe.
Shocking. Yes, whilst Aidan's plugging his own channel, I'm going to plug Midnight Tonight, if you have been following, is the continuation of our THP Dirt series. Look for a Johners if you are up and about during the middle of the night. He'll probably do his stages shortly after midnight. He's generally the first person to set the scene. We are at Spain Tarmac Rally, and of course Softy is the favourite, the little sweat box. About 10 seconds quicker than everyone. Wheel advantage, wheel OP. Can Roy do a miracle and beat Softy? Softy has to do all 6 stages in one go, so
which isn't great. Which is a bit rubbish, because we only really have 2 people fighting for the championship at the minute, and that's obviously Softy and Roy. Roy won't live stream because he's a peasant, and Softy can't because for some reason
he's on PC.
Yeah, and yeah.
Kong Hoffner goes quicker, 1 minute 10.2.
So we can't watch them all. We can't watch them do all 6. We have to just keep an eye on the times.
Yeah, they're not entertainers like me and Luca, who just live stream all 6.
See, I like to take a break. I don't like using that on my lap.
Sissy!
No, I'm not a sissy. I'm sensible. I am.
9 minutes to go in this TGB2 session at Monaco. We've chatted crap for about 20 minutes.
You have to. It's qualifying. There's nothing else to do.
Before we get into the last 5 minutes where business usually picks up, anything in the chat? Has anybody come alive?
I don't think so. I'll just double check just to make sure.
Whilst Aidan is checking now, I'm just going to give some advice to a few people. So Tom Penguin, Mike Noon, Wace and Mike Kenny, get out, crawl around and do a valid lap. Just make sure you're ahead of Marco and Jacko, who have binned it in this session.
Well, that is, that is probably the plan for most people. We'll go with who's on a lap?
I was just about to say, Lee Hoffner was doing a Jack Pearson there. He pulled to the side at, just after Casino Square there.
Yeah, but that's fine in qualifying because you shouldn't be on that part of the track on qual. I was going for an overtake.
It's fine, is it? It's fine, is it?
Wait, because you're not
Jack, you heard that right.
The inside of Liverpool. You're not like in qualifying. Like you're expected to have slow cars, and you shouldn't have anyone in front of you anyway. So you shouldn't be on the racing line. Anyway, Jack Craig, whether this is towards you or towards him being my teammate, get your Kimmy.
Get your Kimmy.
So have a driver to be your little bitch. That's
Jack Pearson, are you free next year?
Joe Sayer did improve on his lap time with a 12.0, also just starting his lap in the in that Renault, which I am a massive fan of that Renault. It's gorgeous.
It's a nice car.
Obviously it's black as well, so obviously in the night time everything's just reflecting off it. Hairpin, very hard on a pad, easy on a wheel.
Not. It's still hard on the wheel. It's a horrible corner in the game.
It's very hard.
But it's it's a challenge for everyone. So
it's a difficult
as is this corner.
Yeah, you need to get very close to that exit. Well, the apex barrier, but you don't want to hit it. Also on a very quick middle sector there. Oh, he's out!
Oh, he's Max Verstappen it.
He has indeed. I think he lost his front wing and just tried to cut across the section there to get back to the pits. And that's not a quick lap time. That could be a long race for him. Sir Tom Penguin on a lap, I believe. So we'll go with Sir Tom Penguin. Did some dirt rally with him the other day. He's lost his front wing there. He will be coming into the pit, so unfortunate there for him. Race on a lap in the racing point. Most people on Chris Johnson's validated his lap time. Boss man Sean has just finished. Jordan is ending one now. He'll have a bit of slipstream from Dexter ahead. Jordan maybe not doing the worst thing here. He is on the median and is doing lap after lap after lap, getting a rhythm.
Yeah, he's up to P4. Probably pit in now and do a lap on the soft tyres. Colin Hoffman does have a 6/10 margin over Jack Hickman. He's had an excellent night so far. He split the two Mercs so far. Alistair has now dropped down to 12.
Any time he wants, that's the only positive he's really got.
Yeah, needs to keep his head down. Points are still available. This is Monaco. Yes, this is Monaco. Anything can happen.
People will pit, people will get penalties. Damage is a big thing.
Absolutely, and at the moment Chris Johnson has out-qualified Smokies. Although I have seen Smokies out there on different tyres. He's gone back out there on the medium tyres. Interesting choice. Let's see how it pays off for him though. Just going through. Jose's on the out lap. Is Basil on a lap? No, he looks like he's cruising around.
Michael Kenny's on a lap though, so we'll go with the Williams. go with Michael Kenny for a lap, why not? Kong's one even quicker. 10.
Oh, wow, 10.0. Oh, Michael Kenny's just hit, lost part of his run rate. He might as well finish the lap.
May as well, yeah, you need a lap time at least. He has
Don't
got a mark
validate, yes.
behind him. Oh, he's on an outlap, so it won't matter too much. Dexter has started his lap as well. He's about to enter the tunnel, so he'll be hoping that any cars on and then or an outlap will be getting out of the way. Brandon Feely, I believe, has just started his lap as well. He's going to have to hold the flag for Renault, but Michael Kenny coming round. Raskas choosing not to take Anthony Nose and pits. Lee Hoffman then starting his lap. He'll be one to watch. Can he match his teammate and find 8/10 on this qualifying lap? These two gearing for TGP1 next season. A bit of traffic heading up the hill, or a bit of slipstream. Mike Noon, that's not the greatest place to get out of the way. Bit of traffic there.
Doing the Jack Pearson line there.
Is indeed not the cleanest sector 1 then for Lee then. We'll let him off, bit of traffic. But on his, what looks to be his last run, so not great there.
I can't seem to get onto Dexter.
Just you have to just scroll all the way back round again. The spectate cam does that all the time. It's annoying.
Okay, yes, no, I can. Nope.
Feely goes second in the rain, only a 10.
Good lap, 110.1.
Very good lap from him.
Just over 2 minutes left of this qualifying session, so the business ends of proceedings here at Monaco at night. It does look splendid at night, I do have to say.
It does indeed, especially reflecting off the shiny cars. Lee was he did find the 8 to 7 tenths that he needed, and maybe without that traffic would have taken pole.
How has he got in between Feely and Kong Hoffner?
That is some lap, and I believe
there's less than a tenth in, and he's found the gap.
There is indeed. Smokey on an outlap on the soft, so he's opted for them. Joe just starting his lap on the softs as well. I think Andy thought I put my TGP1 highlights in the chat. Joe then keeping it clean. Obviously, track position here is key. If you're outside the top 10, the only real positive you have around here is starting on a fresh set. That's about
it. Yes, it is, but just keeping calm, just pick your moments, do a good strategy, and you never know. This is Monaco.
There's indeed we have a McLaren off at
Sandebot. It is Dom. He's lost his front wing. That's his qualifying over. Dom Smith, like I said, never going to make a podium again this year.
I don't think he is, unfortunately. There comes Joe. Can he get into the top 10? Goes 9th with a 111.2, so that's the end of his qualifying. I believe Baza on a lap as well, but I don't think he is up on his time. Sultan Penguin is about to start a lap time. Michael Kenny is on 1 as well. So four casualties so far in this qualifying session. Lee Houghton just retired because that is the end of his qualifying. Michael Kenny has more damage.
Just keep an eye on Jack Hickman. He set a purple middle sector, so this looks a decent lap from Jack Hickey. Can he claim pole position? A very important pole position around Monaco here.
Could indeed, and a bit of lag there. He's not going very fast, Phil, but it was lagging on my camera. Stays fourth.
He improves in time, yes.
Does indeed, so that is the end of his qualifying. Smokey Jays has gone 4th for Haas. Jordan on a lap as well. Dexter, this is crunch time now in qualifying. Last lap to you, Dexter, that's the end of his qualifying. So we'll go with Jordan then. Where can he put that racing point? Has been very inconsistent this season. A lot of drivers who had the pace last season have not seemed to have been able to recapture that form. so far keeping it clean, keeping it quick from him. He's on a very quick lap at the minute. He hasn't invalidated it there, so it's going to be a very good
Purple
lap
middle
here for
sector as
Jordan.
well for Jordan.
Indeed it is. This could be a very quick time for him.
Why does it
Can he
look nice?
split the
Tidy.
marks? Stays
Fifth.
fifth with the 110.3, only just behind Smoky J's.
It's
Same
nice
for
and tight at the
Baza.
top though. Top 6 within half a second.
It is indeed. And that is the end of qualifying because Baza has called time and Chris Johnson's actually disconnected.
Oh no!
Baza's been disqualified as well.
Oh Baza, no, that's terrible. He's not last. That is what you did not want.
No, but it will promote some drivers up the grid.
Chris Johnson's joined. Will he get back in time?
I believe because he disconnected in qualifying, his car should be on the grid.
We'll find out. Anyway, that is the end of qualifying for the Monaco Grand
He has a
Prix
penalty.
MTGP2. Oh my goodness, yes he does. So, here's the results. King Kong Hoffner, pole position. Lee Hoffner in second, Merck 1-2. Brandon Philly qualified third, but has a 5-place grid penalty. Smokey J's fourth, Jordan in fifth, Jack Hickey in sixth place. Less than half a second covering your top 6 qualifiers there. Dexter in seventh, he will get promoted. Chris Johnson may or may not be in eighth. Bossman Sean ninth. Joe Sayer in the top 10, and then Waste will be the first driver on fresh tyres in 11th, Mike Noon 12th. Alistair crashed out in 13th, Tom Smith 14th, and I wasn't quick enough.
Yeah, you need to speed up. I mean, to be fair, you're getting old, your reactions are starting to slow down. We'll let you off.
You know what? Fulham are better than Inverness.
Oh,
There,
but
I said it.
Yeah, I know, but we don't spend 100 million and get relegated. We spend fuck all and get relegated, so it's fine.
Who are Inverness?
We are a small little team up north. That's
Who?
won a trophy actually, a major
Who?
trophy, more
Who?
recent than Kilmarnock.
Who?
Shut up.
Anyway, you need to do your job and start the race.
Yeah, so the final driver's doing their checks. It's been interesting to see what tyres people opt for because there are chances of safety cars, VSCs. I'm not sure if it's 2 each or if it's 1 VSC,
Chris
1
Johnson
safety car,
didn't
and
get
that's
in.
2. Did he not get in? So that will promote drivers up the grid. But it's Monaco, it's night, it's TGP2. We'll let you figure out the rest. And some people went, some people didn't. It's absolute chaos on the run to Anthony Nose. And it is still the Marks leading, very clean so far through Anthony Nose. Everyone just keeping it. You don't want to recreate.
You don't want to do a TGP1.
Yeah, you don't want to recreate that, but it is still Kong from Lee, from Smokey John as they all pile in now to Casino on the run down the hill into Mirabeau. Heading down the hill, a few cars. Oh, look, someone overtaking at Mirabeau, Jack. Down the inside goes Brandon Feely on a Red Bull. So, Waste now.
Yeah, for the
Currently up
hairpin.
into-
Oh, Alistair's just lost part of his front wing on the back of Joe Sayer. That is not what you want. You've got to be patient.
He's on the medium tyres as well, so he's going to have to maybe try and stick that out or hope for a safety car. But a relatively clean start from everybody. Brandon Feely's actually hit the wall there, lacks the concentration from them, so he's scraping through the tunnel. Bossman Sean up behind Waste, not trying to move there. But this could be, Phil, a very long race of saying he's thinking about it, backing out of it.
Absolutely. So the field is now settling. Merck 1-2. Smokey Jetty's doing everything he can to disrupt that. We know Smokey Jetty's will go for a move.
Alistair has decided to come in.
As has Brendan Feely.
Sorry, no, it's Brandon Feely coming in, sorry. Not
I
Alistair.
was going to say. Oh, Brendan Feely, I think, has a drive-through, as does Bossman Sean.
So that will promote some drivers into the
Oh no,
top
Bossman Sean.
10.
I don't know what Alpha are doing. They are slow. They took forever to change that car there.
Sometimes the pit lane lags when there's a car in it. It's the camera in the pit lane sometimes is awful. I think that's why they don't show it in the virtual GP. So moving on then, it is still the Mark 1-2 with Smokey dropping back just that tad, and he's got Jordan for company going into the tunnel. Unlike real life, we don't really have the bump at the end of the tunnel, but we don't really feel it in the game. But it is a very difficult braking point if you hit that curb on the right hand side.
It is indeed. I'm just looking at the back here as Jack Hickman picks up a penalty there. Sir Tom Penguin, unfortunately, he's picked up damage. Oh, he's just I think trying to back out the way has hit Bazza. He's done a track Pearson. Bazza is in the wall. It's carnage in the back. As
VSC.
I think it's caused a virtual safety car. Yes.
One of the marks is in Lee Hoffner. Lee Hoffner
Oh.
choosing this early moment to take
What
a pit stop.
What a time to pit.
This could really help the damaged cars if it stays out. So I'm actually going to go to Alice and see if he will take this VSC to fill the pit. He will. He's coming in.
He is, yes, he might as well. Mike Noonan is in the pits. Dom Smith also in the pit. Dom Smith, the opportunist. Don't you dare get a podium.
Really helping the Renault here on the VSC. He's opting for the hards.
Dom has a hard on.
That's his mandatory stop. And the VSC has now entered, so that would have helped all the damaged cars. But Lee Hoffner has come up behind Joe Slayer, so he needs to make quick work of it, but he can't rush it.
He can't, but he can't also lose time. That's the other important thing. Yes, it's definitely helped out, but this is Monaco. He could get stuck behind Joe. Yes, he could get stuck behind Joe Sayer here. So all the time he's probably gained with the virtual safety car pit stop, he cannot lose now. This is a race victory is in his hands.
He is going to have to clear it quickly because he is pretty much a net P1. I think you would agree with that. Because that VSC was out for a very long time.
Was definitely helped some people out. The Smoky James will clear track. Can he chase down Kong Hoffner, who's probably realising what his teammate has done and just put the hammer down now, I think. So he's pulling out, he put a half a second just straight there.
So that will free the mark, and he has got a bit of a gap to waste.
That is definitely helpful. So Lee Hoffner has got to do what his teammate's doing and get the figurative hammer down, and could potentially be a race victory on for him. Brandon Feely sets the fastest lap of the race, although I haven't said that there was a virtual safety car lap, so we'll wait and see.
Good battle from P12 at the minute. Michael Kenny, Dom Smith and Marco, maybe Alistair, if these guys continue to keep fighting. Badza could maybe joining in on that as well, but I think he's a bit too far back, isn't he, coming around? Anthony knows now. But this is a circuit where damage will absolutely ruin your race.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if it's light damage, if it's just like yellow or light green, just carry on. There's no point in pitting. No point even changing it. Track position is just more important here. If it's orange, you're in for a nightmare. You can try and carry on, but you'll be very slow. You'll probably lose about a second and a half a lap or so.
Can indeed, Jack Hick. Oh, fucking hell! Bird just flew past my window and I shot myself. I sit right out my window. That was terrifying. Fucking Jesus. Anyway, Jack Hickey is starting to catch these guys. That was terrifying. Right, okay, so Jack Hickey's starting to catch the back of Smokey and Jordan. Kong sitting,
the fastest lap, that's crucial.
Laps. Wade has pitted as well, so the car that was in front of him has now gotten out of his way. Dexter on the back of these guys too. Allison's picked up a penalty, so not good for him coming through the swimming pool.
It's like the parting of the seas for Lee Hoffner. Everyone he comes up behind just pits.
Just coming, yeah, just getting out of the way, but a massive train now for second, 4 cars. And as Dom Smith has found his way past Michael Kenny. Marco's now trying to go side by side up to Casino with him. Michael, oh, very close these guys were getting to putting one of them in the wall. But Dom Smith then making up a position on Michael Kenny, and Michael Kenny losing 2, so not what he would have wanted.
Dom Smith had to do that to make his strategy work.
Alistair has more damage.
Right behind him. Oh dear, disaster.
Oh,
Alistair's... Oh, he's doing an Aiden.
He's lost his wing now. He's lost it all. He may as well just... Oh, VSC.
Oh. And Smokey and Jack Hickey...
I've taken this opportunity to pit. So Kong has lost out again here.
Smokey has front wing damage. Jack Hickey will jump him.
Indeed he will. So Jack is now ahead of him.
Where does he come up? Lee Hoffner is ahead of them.
Has more clean air. Is that Brandon Feely in the pit lane? It is for Reynolds. So not a front wing change for him, but it's mediums for mediums. So he's choosing this to come in as well.
This will help him because he had a drive-through penalty.
Indeed it will. So this, but Kong, he can't get his hammer down now to keep pushing and make sure he doesn't get jumped by his teammate. Also, he is the current champion.
Brandon Feely's going to get caught behind Dom Smith.
Oh, he is indeed. He's got Marco for company as well.
Oh, Brandon Feely could have been perfect if he just got out ahead. Dom Smith, though, it's perfect for him. It's another car jumped for him, so still working well for Dom Smith, this strategy. He's in the top 10 at the moment. He's going to hang on to that. No better place to do it, though, around here.
Yellow flag into sector 2. Mike Noon.
That's not going to help. Mike Noon right in front of you. And Mike Noon does have damage.
A lot of damage.
Marco went wide there as well.
Did. He's lost massive ground to these guys. What will Dom or Brandon Feely do? Dom thinking about a move on Mike Noon.
Oh, what on earth? They're having babies.
What is
happening? They are having babies.
I'm glad I'm not the only one seeing
I'm
that.
watching a porno.
Oh, Brandon Feely!
Oh, dear me. Oh, Brandon Feely's in the wall as well.
Marco's run over a full front wing. Renaults are having a disaster here.
Meanwhile, Jordan has come out the pits, as has Dexter. And Kong Hoffner has pit, but Lee Hoffner has taken the lead and has a nice 5-second buffer. So this strategy definitely paid off for Lee Hoffner. Now, can Kong Hoffner catch his teammates?
Oh, Waste at Mirabel with Smokey J's making contact, but another overtake at Mirabel. Jack Pearson. Another overtake. Who overtakes at Mirabel? Another overtake at Mirabel. And Smokey's found his way past Wace. But it wasn't the cleanest of moves after the corner. They did bang wheels just a tad, but Also's in the pits again.
And
for another front wing change.
Renault just changed Brandon Feely's front wing, so they're not ready for it. Renault are having an absolute disaster and running out of spare parts, I think, for both their cars.
I think they're going to run back down to the I was about to say 2019, but this is 2019. This was the first year of the new regs. They're going to ask the FIA. We've still got some 2018 wings here from. They didn't take them with them. We'll put them on the car. Just stick some softs on. I don't like it, but Smokey's picked up a penalty. So looking for him. Wace has come in as well, so there's a front wing change for the Racing Point. He's putting mediums or softs on. They keep flickering. Mediums it is for him. Also's picked up another penalty. I think it was for crossing the pit lane line. So he will need to watch out because he is now a lap down, which is something he is not used to.
He'll ghost.
This is new for him. But Kong is starting to bring that gap down on the race lead. He's now down to 4 seconds. He's got the lap car at Bossman Sean. I'm not a massive fan of ghosting. I think it's more off-putting.
I kind of agree with that.
I would rather just a car moved over.
Yes.
Like it is a bit off-putting. It's not great because I got overtaken by a lapped car yesterday, and he just went right through me in the braking zone. I was like, "Yep, thanks for that. That's not a pain. Cheers."
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But moving on, we've got Jordan now on the back of Dexter. Where can he find a way past the? I'm about to say Racing Point. He is a Racing Point. Can he find his way past the Red Bull? They have got a bit of traffic up ahead. Smoky's hitting the fastest lap off the Grand Prix. DRS pretty much pointless.
Pretty much, although I think I did see it work last night in THP1 for Machine Fishy. I think he used DRS very effectively to overtake someone. As Dom Smith pits again. What are you doing, Dom?
Also's lost more front wing.
That's more spare parts for the Renault. Dom changing his front wing.
Good thing it's unlimited. Good thing it is unlimited. It's going to be a long race for him. But
so the closest battle we got on track, I think, is Dexter and Jordan. Kong Hoffner is eating into his teammate's advantage, though. He's now brought it down within just under 3 seconds. So that could be a battle to watch as Kong Hoffner does catch his teammate there. And we're not even halfway through this race yet.
Indeed, we are not. Just quickly ran down to the Renault garage just to tell them to put some softs on and just go to the end. Just may as well have maximum grip. Actually, he's got some softs available. But yeah, Dexter and Jordan definitely the closest battle on track. Kong has lost a bit of time to the over, so not good for him. But halfway through this Grand Prix, and we weren't expecting a lot of overtaking, but I think I was expecting just a little bit more. Sort of
I would
follow the leader.
Yeah, I was just checking if Kong had damage.
Brandon Feely is round, I think. Reynolds' day goes from bad to worse. Doesn't have any damage, I don't think. But he was. I think he may have clipped the the wall at the Nouvelle chicane, which I did in many practice sessions.
Now, the way it's kind of happened, unfortunately, with so many incidents, people having their own incidents over other people, the field is so spread out, and there's lap cars mixed in with actual battles here. Marco trying to overtake Mike Noon, and Mike Noon's got his invisible teammate, Bossman Sean, getting in the way, and we've got Waste now joining the back of them as well. So this is a battle for 8th, 9th and 10th place. Marco looks like, and Bossman Sean in the background. I'm sorry for laughing. That was quite funny. Waste has come around the outside of Marco there, and moves up into 9th place. I think Mike has got damage.
Yeah.
He does.
A lot.
I'm amazed we've still got 18 runners.
I know. It's small incidents that are happening. It's nothing massive.
Well, TGV2 boys, despite the pits probably being the busiest place ever around this circuit, are still all going. They're not giving up. So give them credit.
Run the outside, Anthony knows. He's let Mike go deep, and
there's more spare parts. This track is littered with. Oh, Mike, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Mike's out. It must be a safety car.
It won't be.
Ah, yeah, we've had two, haven't we?
We've had two.
They need to make it those two each. Not great for him. There's another Renault in the pits. I believe it is Alistair.
That's, I think, Alistair's 5th time in the pits.
Feely's in, and Alistair's leaving his pit. So Feely would have had to wait. Alistair's picked up another penalty. He's come out ahead of Joe Sayer, being lapped by Joe.
So the gap at the front has come down to under 2 seconds. So Con Hoffner back on his pace. Waite has now retired as well. I think he should call it a day at the chicane.
Problem is, though, Lee can just drive in the middle of the road and Kong will have nowhere to go.
Oh, Bazza. Oh no, Waste has clipped the inside wall going into the chicane and lost the front left. So that promotes Bazza up to 8th. Don back in the points despite 2 pit stops and up into 9th place.
Deep is. But Kong, not the quickest out of the chicane and through the tunnel. That's where he's losing his time.
So we've got a battle here for 5th place, Dexter and Jordan. John within the DRS range, as I say, it's kind of pointless around here, but you can make it work if you get a good run out of the last corner into turn 1. DRS adding a little bit of extra pace there, so he's got his work cut out. It's not going to be easy. He's within striking range. He's got a Renault which is not helping. I think it's Alistair.
It's Brandon.
Oh, it is Brandon Feely.
That's why I hate ghosting.
Yeah.
If we turn ghosting off, would that still happen?
No, if we turn ghosting off, Brandon Feely would have to overtake legit.
Yeah, okay. Well, that needs to be done on F1 2020.
Yes, I agree.
That has to be done. Well, we'll throw it to him in the party then.
Oh, Jordan had to do 2 takes of that right-hander then, Casino Square section. And it looks like Dexter's been, he went wide, I think, being put off by the Renault there. So Jordan, the time he lost, is getting it all back now.
To be fair, he overtook it mid-able.
And Lee Hoffner has got the gap back to over 3 seconds. So Con Hoffner, has he made a mistake? Has he got damage? No damage that I can see, so I think he's just making silly mistakes in trying to catch his teammate. So Lee Hoffman's strategy so far is working perfectly.
Alistair has no wing.
That'll be the 6th time he'll pit.
This is it's just pit Renault, pit Renault, pit Renault. Brandon Feely's in. The Renault guys
they're getting exercise tonight. Jordan is still within DRS range. He's less than 4 tenths behind.
Brandon Feely's actually called it a day.
That's probably the wisest thing. I think the Renault boys have had enough and just pulled the car into the pits.
Yeah, probably the best thing. They'll be joining Marussia at this rate, the amount of wings they're having to buy.
Oh, Jordan was right on the gearbox there of Dexter. So this is the closest battle on circuit for P5 and 6 on lap 14. field is so spread out. Behind Jordan, there's 35 seconds to Jacko, who's, to be honest, keeping out of everyone's way. Got a nice clean car.
Doing his own race, which is what you
Absolutely.
need to do in Monaco.
And considering Jacko, I think, started near the back of the grid, this is exactly what you do. And
The other Renault's called it a day as well.
I'm not surprised. So the attrition rate is now finally starting to go up. But yeah, Jacko probably just being very careful, and he's got a nice buffer of 10 seconds behind to Bazza, so P7 on the cards here for Jacko.
It could well be indeed. Sir Tom Penguin could go to snag some points here if more people continue to drop out.
He just has to keep going. He'll get 14th place.
Smokey's out.
But he is.
Sandavot. So that promotes Michael Kenny into the points.
It will promote my. Yes.
Not great there from Smokey.
No. Smokey J as well. I think he was probably trying too hard to try and catch Jack Hickman, because Jack Hickman was only about 2 seconds up the road from him. Con Hoffner is now a second and a half again behind his teammate. So the yo-yo effect continues with Mercedes, and John is probably sick of staring at the rear wing of the Red Bull Dexter in front of him. But there's not a lot you can do. Just got to try and force Dexter into a mistake, I think.
Just saying on Michael Kenny, you guys are getting blue flag, trying to race each other. Jack Hickman finds his way past one. And trying to find his way past his teammate. This could help Joe, because I don't know if Michael Kenny will be ghosting with Joe as well.
Michael Kenny and Joe are racing for position.
These two are racing for position and being lapped by the teammate of Michael Kenny.
And it is for the last point. So this is all important. Joe Sayer with more front wing than Michael Kenny. Michael Kenny's got both end plates missing. Joe Sayer only one end plate missing. So, actually Joe Sayer hasn't got any damage. So Joe Sayer really needs to try and take advantage of this. Doesn't go for an overtake.
Dom's hit the wall. It's going to let not Smokey. It's going to let Marco run through the tunnel.
Dom, just keep going. Just keep going, Dom.
Straight line speed. He has got. Oh, Marco's hit the wall.
Oh, Marco's hit the wall as well.
Oh, he's
going to hit him.
He's the clear.
He's done a Kimi Räikkönen. Yeah. Dom, what are you doing?
Boss man shown go, I believe, which was a bit weird.
It is a bit weird. Dom just. He might as well just keep going.
Will these two pit? They do have a lot of damage.
They do. I think Dom's just might as well just continue to pit. Continue
Marco's
on.
in,
Yes, Marco's pitted. It's still at this rate.
Jacko's in too. Fresh softs, maybe going for the fastest lap?
Maybe. Did Jacko
He's
need
only
to pit?
lost
Did he
that
not
position.
pit?
Jack.
He's just ran on at turn one there.
Yeah, he has.
So was that Jacko's first?
I thought someone Marco came in.
Was that Jacko's first pit stop?
I believe it might have been. I did check this, but I forgot.
Yes, it was. So now Jacko needed to pit.
So Jacko had to pit, and what a race he's doing at the minute. Fresh softs, and if he can repass his teammate, he's back to where he was.
I think it would be wise if Dom actually just let Jacko go.
Yeah, he probably should. And Kong has taken the gap right down now to Lee. A lot of lapped cars in this.
Jordan has lost a lot of time.
Yeah,
pitted, that's why.
He has pitted. Point. May as well, nothing else to lose. Dom, McLaren just got damage there. I believe it was more Dom than Jacko. I can't see because of the ghosting. Jacko does have damage.
The Tom Penguin in the wall there, probably just trying to stay out of the way, to be honest.
Down to 2 tenths now. The two marks going for it now. 2 laps to go in this Grand Prix yellow flag sector 2. Possible Michael Kenny. But Lee, Phil, is in prime position here. He doesn't need to do anything. He just has to drive in the middle of the road.
He does. He does indeed. Just keep it on the island. Keep it tidy. Keep it smiley, as Softy would say.
I hate when he says that.
As Well, he's got the gap back up to over a second. Konghofen had a terrible run.
Yeah, he's not. He did have a bit of traffic, but he's not overly quick in that middle part. Dom did let his teammate go.
No surprise there. He's got Joe Sayer 6 seconds behind. Joe, I think, still has all his parts on his car. He does.
Yeah, he does.
So, Joe Sayer, go get Dom. There's a P8 on the cards for you here.
There is a P8 on the cards. Indeed, we start the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix. It's Lee who made total use of the early VSC diving into the pit lane. And you have to agree, was a bit lucky to never have traffic.
It was, but what a bold strategy call. And it's worked
Risk reward.
so far to perfection, absolutely. So, risk versus reward, he's definitely at the moment got his reward. He's got a lap and a half though to hold off his teammate and World TCP2 champion to claim a victory here, and a 1-2 for Mercedes here at Monaco.
It is indeed, they are. Jordan actually takes the fastest lap with an 11.5, so it's an extra point for him. I didn't see him getting past the extra, to be honest, so that extra point is more than he would have got anyway. But yeah, Kong really not quick in that middle part. Well, when I say not quick, I mean he is quick, but he's not on Lee's pace in that middle part.
No, Kong does have the fresher tyres, of course, as Lee pitted very early to during the virtual safety car, as we'll start the last lap now. So any chance Kong has got to disperse his teammate, now or never, sunshine.
It is now or never indeed. Best chance at the tunnel. Maybe
that is
Raskas.
probably the best legit overtake. He could try and overtake in Mirabeau.
Could do a Bianchi. Can push Kamui Kobayashi.
Kenny has retired.
Michael Kenny has retired, so that he was outside the points anyway. It's not going to have too
in the
much
tunnel
of an effect. Can Kong find his way past his teammate, or are these two just happy to take it home?
That could be a case. Maybe Konghofen is just sitting behind, protecting his teammate. Photo finish for Mercedes here, potentially.
It could be indeed. See Rebel jumping over the chicane. But I don't think Kong is close enough, or I don't think he will even try and move, even if he was close enough. Unless he does a Bianchi here into Raskas.
Quite incredible. I think the Mercedes have lapped everyone up to 5th place.
Just like real F1.
Oh, they're doing it! Brilliant! Photo finish, fireworks going off. Brilliant choreography from the Mercedes. Lee Hoffner takes the victory. Konghofen second. Side by side, they go around Monaco. Beautiful driving and great strategy by Lee Hoffner there.
Did it absolutely amazing strategy from Lee to pick up the win in Monaco. Jordan, disappointed or happy to be 5th?
I think he'll be happy. I think he did all he could, and to us staying out helped him just stay out of trouble. He's picked up 5th place. I think that's all he could do. So he'll take it. Marco will come home, take the last point position here. And Joe Sayer did get Dom Smith.
He did indeed, yeah. P8 for Joe.
Waiting for Marco to come across the line here. Dom Smith has no front wing. That might be why.
Yeah, that probably could be the case. One podium I do like in F1 is Monaco, because it's not well, it is a podium, but it's not at the same time. It's not a Monza podium.
It's a unique podium.
Yeah. And all the marshals holding hands. But there it is, Lee Hoffner winning the Monaco Grand Prix, the most prestigious of them all. So he will be very happy with that one. Kong second, and the TGP2 champion with a week to go. James Allison in the background, looking chuffed.
So
Jack
here
Hickey
is your...
Oh,
sorry, I'll take you through.
Last podium. And now, Phil.
Yes, I'll take you through the results here. TGP2 Grand Prix of Monaco at night time. Lee Hoffner, your victor, fantastic strategy. Konghofen in second, Mercedes 1-2 for photo finish. Jack Hickey In third, solid night from him. 2 podiums. Dexter in fourth, Jordan fifth, Baz 6th, Jacko 7th, Josiah nicks 8th place from Dom Smith in 9th. Marco, your last point scorer. Osman Sean, Michael Kenny, Sir Tom Penguin, your remaining finishers. The attrition rate took its time to get in, but it eventually caught in, and the gaps were massive. I think only 5 drivers finished on the lead lap at the end. They did indeed.
Just like real F1. But that has been the penultimate week of TGP2. It was USA and Monaco. It is the season finale next week at the same time, where we go to Spa and finish off in Abu Dhabi. We crowned our TGP2 champion tonight in Kong Hofner, and I'm eager to see what he can do in TGP1 on F1 2020. But that has been TGP2 for tonight. Thanking you.